good evening to one and all. I welcome you all to Bangkok and the Asian Education and Leadership Consortium to 2024. The consortium is organized jointly by Thames International University, Paris, France, Your Educonic Private Limited, Cyan Events and Gera Events, and supported by RJ Academics. The consortium and award is being organized to bring together experts from different arenas who can share their valuable expertise. The knowledge of experts joining the consortium shall be useful to individual society and nation. The consortium aims to create groups of different fields and bring them on a platform where ideas can be generated and shared among each other. The consortium attendees shall go back with enhanced knowledge and skills shared among each other. The consortium tries to have discussions on business, the environment, the economy, sustainable development, education, and many more such topics. Thames International University is registered in France as a distance learning entity. Thames is committed to providing quality online education globally. Your Educonic Private Limited shall be facilitating the university to reach students in different countries. The courses offered are for the working professionals which shall add value to their profiles and elevate their standards. Today we have with us Dr. Mohammad Fahim, Dr. Erwin, Dr. Michael Mashika, Dr. Abbas Lokhandwala, Dr. Munira Lokhandwala, Advocate Achilles, Mr. Rajan Shedbalkar, and Ajan Paul Narula. As a token of appreciation, I would like to honor our guests who have taken the time to grace the occasion. I request Dr. Erwin to welcome Dr. Fahim. Now I request Dr. Michael to welcome Dr. Abbas Lokhandwala. Now I request Dr. Michael to welcome Dr. Munira Lokhandwala. Now I request Mr. Prashant to welcome Advocate Achilles. I request Mr. Prashant to welcome Mr. Rajan. I request Mr. Prashant to welcome Dr. Erwin. To welcome Dr. Michael. I request Mr. Bilal to welcome Ajan Paul Narula.
Good evening to all of you. It's so happy to see there are lot of Filipinos now. Can you raise your hand from Philippines? Oh, there's a lot. I'm from Philippines. I'm the current academic director of the Thames International University. Good evening again. In Philippines we say magandang gabi and mabuhay. I extend my congratulations to every one of you that from now on will be part of a growing family of business leaders, health advocates, inventors, professionals who excel on your own field of expertise and experience that from now on will be part of the Thames International University. As academic director of the Thames University and as a country representative of the Philippines, I welcome you all in this program in the conferment of your honorary degrees and titles. Education is a lifelong and continuous process. We need not to stop learning. We need to adapt to current trends in business and in education. As you can observe, almost all turn into digital. So we need to adapt to digital world. I know all of you are so busy in your own chosen field. The Thames International University helps us achieve the recognition, another credential, the title that we need to be put after our names, giving us the identity, giving us the opportunity, by giving us the recognition, honoring us in our chosen path, based on your experience, achievements, and contribution to the world in building our nation and society. In every event of the Thames University and the Global Human Rights Council for Peace and Sustainable Development, I always mention this. To be part of a growing Thames family, we recognize how important is education. But I hope that you have the right character. Education is nothing if you don't have the right character. Education is important, but character is everything. A person who has a good character tends to have a good personality that attracts people, that attracts good business, attracts money and everything. Let's build a good character among us. Let's build credibility among ourselves. Be professional and be a committed individual. Don't stop to study. Don't be afraid to learn new things. Now that the digital world is fast advancing, we must adapt to it, to the digital arena. That is why we need to continue to study, but we must guard ourselves against bad habits, against cyber bullying, and against those who may tarnish our name using the social media or using AI or artificial intelligence. AI must be used with care and due diligence, and we must guard ourselves to be on track, to be on focus in this digital world. As part of Thames family, character, honor, respect, love, and honesty must be on our mind and indeed. In business, in the practice of our own chosen profession, once we commit ourselves, we must stand by it. We must honor it, even if sometimes we lose, even if sometimes we spend more time and money. Because we commit, we must honor and deliver it. That is part of being grown-ups, part of being professional. Commitment, respect, and professionalism are important character that we should have as part of the Thames International University. Last May, I visited Paris. I visited the Thames International University office. Thames is registered as online education provider in Paris. And I hope in the coming years, we could meet in Paris, especially for those Filipinos. I could help you get your visa. Actually, they have problem also to get their visa to Paris last time. But it's very easy for me and to all the Filipinos. I could help you facilitate to get your visa to Paris. Maybe next time we could meet in Paris to have a meet and greet event, to have an alumni homecoming in the university office. I hope we see you then. To all of you who will be recognized today, I hope that you remember this day to keep you motivated, to keep you inspired on your own, for your own individual growth and development, for nation and the society. Just be truthful, be honest, and be a peaceful, loving individual. Let all nations recognize you as good citizens, as part of Thames family. Let us help build a nation full of committed individuals with good character, peace-loving people, and full of compassion to mankind. Let's help build a happy world full of good people and with good values and character. Congratulations to all of you and welcome to the Thames International University.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Fahim to address the attendees.
Very good evening, everyone. First of all, I'm very much thankful to organizer for having me here to address before you, and I can see the galaxy of the people from various walk of life are here in the city of angels we call Bangkok. And it is a very important event, I must say that, because you people are coming from various fields. I think many of you are going to get some degrees. So on this particular occasion, I would like to submit some my perspective, being a lecturer in university, and so I had some concern because such kind of event have opportunity to meet to each other, to discuss, because the world is facing a lot of problem and a lot of global challenges. So solutions we have to be discussed here, because such kind of the networking or grouping give the opportunity to exchange the views. Just I want to say that what I see, because I am in Thailand last 15 years, and I am Indian origin, and I complete my education from Aligarh Muslim University in India, and my first job in Thailand. So I am I started my work at school. So when I compare the education system, as we know that two indicators we are very essential. One are education, one is health. I think in this regard, why I observe since I am here, it is very good. So two indicators is very important, because it is a foundation when we are looking for a developed nation. So education is very important, because education teach you how to develop your better futures. So, and on the other hand, health. So if I compare with India, so if you know that this ASEAN education leadership, just for your information, before establishment of ASEAN as an organization 1967, before 1965, this region already achieved the educational goal for all. And of course, the country like India and some other African countries and many countries, developing countries, is still cannot provide the education to all. So that is very, very essential. That is why this region as a whole, you can say, very progressive, because they have to find out the area which is very essential, that is education. As we know, because I was in COVID here, during the COVID here, I can see that health facilities is very good. So in that way, two indicators, and this thing is very important, that whatever field you are, you try your best to enhance the efficiency of education and health sector. And two very important points, because now everyone talking about sustainable development goals set by the UN by 2030. As we know that still now the world as a whole, we got only 17%. So one very important indicators, which is we called goal number 10, we call global inequality. So this global inequality we are seeing in every part of the life, either economic, either social, either political. So we have to see how to reduce this inequality. So this is a global inequality, one of the challenges, and each and every country must forward to come in this regard. Another very important issue is, all of you know that now it is a very much common to discuss, is climate change. Every country is bound to be how to reduce the carbon emissions in their country, and in how to use this one, but they have a target according to Paris Convention. So I think the two issues, whatever the profession you are, you have to be do individual levels. So I think this once again, this is my view, but I would like to be experience of mine in Thailand, and once again that Thailand is not only one. Always I say that, because when you come to Thailand, you know only few cities, few places like Bangkok, Pattaya, Phuket, Krabi, even Chiang Mai. But being a geographer, I travel a lot in Thailand. I observe, because any country can be best when you have to see kind of you can say a localization, how to local community will be strengthened. I can observe that each and every provinces, right now 76 provinces in Thailand, I think each provinces have some unique characteristics, and the good thing of this country is they are very community based society. So in that way, if you can see that a lot of the good work is happened, and now the government of Thailand itself recognized we have to promote tourism in all provinces. So in that way, because in that way what we can help it to the tourism, because tourism is one of the very important factor of Thai economy. So they have to be think that we have to be more engaged in other provinces. The people at large should be visit. So in that way the local people will be more strengthen their local economies. So I think best utilization of the resources, whatever the resources they have. So in this regard, Thailand itself is a very nice country overall from the north to south, and there are various kind of diversities are there. And I hope so that many of you are came first time here many times. So you have to be try to visit, because in my personal belief, if you want to understand the country, you have don't be go for the metropolitan cities, because in metropolitan cities you always say some the global, I mean common things in all metropolitan, but when we want to know the real nature of the country, you have to go villages, you have to go small places, so you will know the what is the country is about. From the outside you see Thailand is not very diverse, but there is a very lot of diversity, and this diversity is a beautiful actually. When you are engaging and observes, you will see that. So this kind of thing I want to like, but one thing also we have already mentioned the two aspects very important for us, because everyone is somehow affected about that global warming and global inequality, and this is we have to be think. So of course you cannot depend that everything will be done by the government itself. Our responsibility also to try to give start the startup. In that startup you have to provide the people for employment. It is not responsibility of the government itself to provide the employment. So you have to be whatever the capacity you have. So in this regard you try to start up and become try to give the spirit of entrepreneurship. So in that way the employment will be more and more. So in that way, individual level, whatever we can do it, we have to do that. So of course, the country, I am not much aware about what is the status of education and health facilities in Philippines, but I can say about my own country in India, there is a lot of things to do it, because if you know the economy of that, because nowadays everyone think that India is the 5th largest economy in the world, but if you have, even though the per capita income is $2,700, and they are looking for become a developed nation by 2047. The first very important thing of the developed nation is per capita income. That is, it is approximately $14,000. So in order to achieve that, first, India need to be sustained 25% growth rate. This is the impossible. But possibility is there, but you have to become to bring, as I told you, that is startup kind of thing. Don't depend on the government itself. So of course you have ability to establish the education in that, because education is institutions are the one of the place where you groom the pupils, your student for the better to think and try to be established more research and development, innovative work, because nowadays the age of technology, and technology also play a very important role how to utilize the technologies. So some from these views I will stop here, and once again thank you for organizer for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to interact with you people. And just before I am ending, I say that I am assistant professor in Indian Studies in Thammasat University. There is a P.D. Pranamyo International College, Area Studies, and so anyone want to be discuss any kind of the collaboration, yeah, any kind of interaction, yeah, insightful information, anything, so most welcome. So thank you once again, organizer, for giving me opportunity to interact with you people. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I now request Dr. Abbas Lokhandwala to address the attendees.
In the name of Almighty, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Good evening, one and all. Dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. Constraints of time and the organizing committee has told me to speak on the degrees which we are going to start with very soon, that is namely MBA and DBA. In their background, I would like to speak and just throw some highlights on it. Friends, today's commerce and management has become highly technological, oriented and sophisticated. It is influencing every walk of business and has made the world a global village. Corporates adopting new strategies, accounting standards are evolved nationally and internationally to be used, and standards are evolved to be used in the preparation of financial statements. Non-financial instruments are being introduced in the capital market. There is a growing need for improving the communication skills of business, executives and professionals. So we decided to discuss the main themes with sub-themes on recent trends in commerce and management. The growing phenomena of globalization, liberalization, privatization has been immensely influencing the commerce education, namely MBA, DBA and other fields. Education must shift into future tense. Commerce education must be focused on linkages with business and industries. Regulatory reforms, IT evaluation and competition in the banking industry has created many challenges, bringing up the need for huge transformation. Today, modern business stands at an interesting juncture. On one hand, it has the advantage of technological advancements and digitization that have made things easier on various fronts. It is now easier to reach out to customers, build and consolidate brand identity and leverage companies' presence. The resurgence of entrepreneurship and a startup boom have opened several opportunities, and on the other hand, the challenges for a various business have grown manifold and for various reasons. Owing to digitization, we have a more connected world in which keeping up with the market, planning, cash flows, financial management, problem solving and workforce management have become more complex. The knack of managing and administering a business catering to engaged, informed and connected customers is the difference between business, success and failure. Hence, the need to carefully consider contemporary issues in commerce and management arises. As professionals, teachers, students, academicians who are sculpting future managers, business leaders and entrepreneurship, a holistic view of contemporary business scenario, its role, challenges and risk is very much necessary. India, as you know, has adopted the new education policy, which has emphasized research, and it should be taken up in education and in understanding diverse cultures to work for the underprivileged. I appeal to students who are going to go for these degrees namely MBA, professional DBA, and others, to understand the culture of different communities and regions of their country, of course, and the world, and their present needs, and to use this knowledge to create software, healthcare products, and marketing strategies that would help in the development of everyone, especially the underprivileged sections, and also to promote sustainability. Any country it can be. The significance of initiatives like what India has taken up, Startup India, Skill India, Make in India, and Digital India, to achieve their goals. Under these formats we are working on. Years of research lead to new innovations and provide new solutions to countries and the world's problems. Value-based education, along with knowledge with the latest technology and multicultural exposure to the younger generations, should be the aim of all education institutions of all countries. It is vital to be broad-minded and liberal in today's workplace. Being conversant with artificial intelligence and machine learning can also make several jobs redundant while creating new opportunities, and can bring innovations to management, healthcare, law, social science, and other fields. With this few words which I have just highlighted, I thank everyone for patient listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now request Ajahn Paul Narula to address the attendees.
Sawadee krap. This is how we greet each other in Thailand. The same version with Indian Namaste, Chinese Ni Hao. For gents we say Sawadee krap. For ladies we say Sawadee Kha. Slightly different. Let's all practice together. Sawadee krap. A warm welcome to Thailand. Being a person who was born and grew up in Bangkok, Thailand, my root is India, of course. We live here 140 years. I'm the third generation. My grandfather came here. So let me start by giving a little introduction of Thai culture, which I'm very proud of. Almost 100 out of 100 has their root from India. When we meet, we put two hands together. This is from India. Our religion, more than 90% of Thai population follow Buddhism from India. Our language, Thai language, originated from Sanskrit, also from India. When a child is born, we name a child. We follow Hindu. We follow Indian tradition. Most of you arrived through Suvarnabhumi Airport. It's an Indian name. Each one of you coming all the way from your country, you have great achievement. You are very highly successful. First of all, my hearty congratulations to EduConnect to have come up with this initiative, the ASEAN Education and Leadership Consortium 2024. And my next hearty congratulations to Thames University to have successfully identified each one of you that you must come to this event because Thames University want to confer you the honorary doctor award. And last, congratulations to each one of you coming all the way. This will be a historic event. Thailand warmly welcome you, and business today is about connection. Hope you all stay connected. Cheers.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Munira Lokhandwala to address the attendees.
A very good evening to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow colleagues, dignitaries, and the managing team, I thank you for the opportunity. I am basically a professor of English, and I'm addressing a very mixed gathering. And when I wanted to see the overall concerns, I realized that one of the things which is very, very important in higher education today is the use of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, come what may, is here to stay. It is the future. And it has sort of shaken the foundations of conventional education system. And there are a few points which I would like to address. And though I'm talking in the context of the Indian education scenario, it concerns education scenario of people all over the world, especially those of us who teach in conventional systems and in universities, and all of us are the products of those universities. AI, or I will be addressing artificial intelligence as AI, is increasingly influencing higher education in India, transforming teaching, learning, administration, and research. One of the first things which AI scores over the conventional education is personalized learning and adaptive systems. In any education system, we have a curriculum, and that is followed commonly for everybody, irrespective about the learner graph which is there in the classroom. The learners may have different competencies, and some of them as a result are unable to cope with that type of situation. So what AI enables us to do is the learning systems analyze the students' performances and learning preferences to offer very customized service. So according to the capabilities of the students, AI is able to design a curriculum suited to the needs of the individual students. And obviously the students who have more competence get more learning resources, and therefore there is always a learning graph which is going higher and higher. Secondly, is very, very important is there is a lot of development of AI enhanced learning tools, like simple examples like chatbots, virtual teaching assistants, and interactive platforms. In a teacher learning situation, we have a teacher answering the queries or difficulties, but again the time duration is a challenge because the teacher has various groups of students to address. In an AI chat box, 24/7, a student's query can be answered, it can be addressed, and at the click of a mouse. It's very, very immediate. Secondly, the AI systems offer very, very instant feedbacks, and as soon as an assignment is submitted according to the format which is given, it is immediately, the student gets the feedback about the score or what are the problems and what are the challenges in that particular assignment. And there are a lot of virtual simulation devices in certain practical experiences. For example, IIT Mumbai has developed an entire software wherein a lot of experiments can be conducted online instead of, say, in a chemical laboratory, or dissections are conducted in the AI format instead of on live specimens. And this provides, the simulated experience is also very enriching and it is very uniform. Next is intelligent tutoring systems. AI-based tutoring systems provide extra learning support, particularly for students who do not have access to a university or an advanced learning system. So the AI can be accessed by a student in a rural area wherein a proper university or an advanced classroom won't be there. And therefore this helps bridge gaps for students who may lack access to experienced faculty in rural areas. Next is the automated administrative functions. In any education system, administration is also a very important part of it. And right from, if you will go from the basics to the admission of the students, to the production of the result, and then the challenges in that, the questions over there, these all can be the human errors can be negated or nullified, and AI takes care of it. Another very, very important aspect of AI in higher education is in research. So earlier, a lot of data collection, data mining took several years for a research student to gather that data, but AI assistants can help us do that within a very, very short time, and it is very, very authentic data that can be mined. And especially, for example, in science, engineering, economics, these are the fields in which data mining or data gathering was also very, very difficult, but AI has simplified it. And there are certain mundane tasks like data entry, etc., which took a lot of human man hours, we can say, has now been taken over by the machine, which obviously reduces the drudgery, and by reducing it, it also reduces the errors. And another important thing of AI when we think in terms of research is collaboration. Collaborative between different fields. Like an engineering student can get access to a computer science student or a humanities student through these tools, and there can be a lot of collaborative research going on. And obviously, since all this becomes very systematic, the next point would be a lot of skill development and employability. There is always, when we deal with our partners in the industry, we as educationists get the feedback that your graduates or your students are not employable. That is why every unit which employs students also has to have a training program for them, because they feel that your students are not trained enough or not suited enough for our employability. So what AI does is looks at what are the expertise of that student and gives them what the industry requires in terms of additional skills, etc. So a lot of employability options are increased. In addition to that, it also takes care of a lot of internship options, etc., which we find very useful for our students. It throws up a lot of options for internships, etc., which in turn would lead to further jobs. In the classroom, in the live classroom scenario, which is very, very helpful, are the development of digital classrooms. And these digital classrooms are only possible because there is AI software which is very easily accessible. And we have huge number of courses in India which are called as the massive, what we call it as the massive online open courses, or in short we call them the MOOC courses, which students as well as teachers can undertake in order to enhance their skills. And therefore we can say that AI is a great equalizer. It is a great leveler for students who were some years ago were not able to access it because of social constraints, or even things with students with disabilities could not attend the classrooms regularly, are now able to do it from their own homes. And another thing is teacher development, and obviously with so much of technology coming into the classrooms, the conventional teaching has to change, and the teacher needs to get trained also. And therefore AI offers training of the teachers as well. Now when we look at so many advantages, there are some great challenges over here. One is that not everybody has access to such sometimes very fast internet and sometimes more advanced technological instruments, but that is something which can be sorted out if you have an industry educational collaboration, wherein there are a lot of industries who are willing to come and support students in the digital classrooms, etc. So the digital divide is one of the biggest challenges that we people in developing countries face. Next is there are because we are humans and we are really not very acceptable to change. Teachers are also not very inclined towards going digital. It feels they are getting challenged in some way, and therefore they are not willing to come into a big way. And another very, very important concern, which I did not really very address in detail when we are doing research, is a lot of piracy issues come up, or what we call as copyright cases, etc. Because AI picks up so much from the virtual web that many a times there is not enough acknowledgement of the sources that from where the material has been procured. So these are some ethical concerns which need to be addressed. I'm sure that with so much of advancement in technology, we will be able to overcome this. Another thing is the cost and the infrastructure needs to be addressed, because not all institutions have the amount of money to develop suitably into, say, the smart classrooms or digital classrooms. So that is going to be a challenge. All in all, AI is set to play a transformative role in higher education, not just in India, but in all the developing countries, by enhancing teaching, learning and administrative functions. While the benefits are very substantial, addressing challenges is crucial for the equitable and effective integration of AI in Indian universities and colleges. AI has the potential to democratize education and create a more skilled workforce, but its success hinges on balanced, inclusive policies and investments. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request Mr. Rajan to address the attendees.
Good evening all. Madam says about AI, Mr. Narula says about the Thai language. I am here about to say I am working as a data scientist, data engineer, data analyst. That is, I give the one example. And artificial intelligence, I am in last 13 years in this field. Education is based on three terms in my view. What is that three terms? First is inform, second is transform, the third one is perform. The information, like inform based, is whenever you studied, go to school, go to college, go to complete the graduation, post graduation, these all are inform based, thus passing information to information. When you completed your degree, master degree, then you come to real world, like finding a job, get a job and work for the company, work for the organization. There your information become transformation. And when you earn an experience and all these, then you become a performer, and you are all here are a performer. So clap yourself, you are a performer. That is the one. And another thing in education term that is very useful term, that's a learning. You know the learning. You know the spelling of learning, Learning. But that is not a correct spelling. You agree? That is not a correct spelling in my view. My guru says its original spelling is earning. They put L behind that. What is that meaning? The meaning of that spelling learning is that whenever your learning takes place to an earning, that's the education will be completed. Because whenever in human being, whatever their parents or like grandparents, whatever they teach to their kids to get the numbers, get the marks, but ultimately you have to perform in the world. That is the performance. And regarding AI, intelligence and all these, in 1945, one of the greatest man on earth, Abraham Lincoln, has suggested, and he quoted on that way on, there is a computer there, vacuum computer, not like this computer. He says, humankinds are very slow, but they have the human touch, they have the creative thinking, they have the critical decision making situations like this that humankind have. Computers are very fast and incredible, but they can't have the human touch. But when they come together, they can make the incredible results. In 1945, you can imagine how he visualized this world. And regarding your artificial intelligence and like human behavioral system, you just give the live. I give the live example. Just take your mobile, take your camera on, and take your fabric photo. Whatever you wear, take a fabric photo and see them. You say the different colors, because artificial intelligence, AI never replaces human eye. Never replaces, because human eye adjusted the focus, autofocus, color blindness. It's in brain that AI never can do it. That is the both human and computer makes the intelligence. The another thing I have to regarding the explanation about the how data science works, how data analysts work. Now job role there are data analyst, data scientist, data engineer. What they do? I am the data scientist, I am the data engineer. 10 years ago, Facebook launched the photo challenge championship like that, photo challenge. What people do? They put their 10 years old photo and their current photo. People think it is an entertainment. It is like an entertainment. All over the world, across all over the world, people participate in that event, put the photos on Facebook 10 years before and in latest photo. What we do, what data science do, what data engineer do of that data? Data is coming free of cost, no additional cost. What we do, we make the facial algorithm according to geographical basis, what changes have been and humankind face on forehead, on nose, on eye, what kind of facial changes in the period of 10 years, and that algorithm will be tested, and that algorithm will be sold to face unlock features company. And 10 years before, Apple iPhone comes with the face unlock feature, and after that all these technology comes with face unlock features. Whatever I am trying to say, AI is the key for the generate the data analysis. You can get the immediate response, but it can't be replaced with the human intelligence at all. You can try after the event, just take a photograph your fabric and see your fabric and see your photo. You say you definitely have the difference in that. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Thank you very much, and once again congratulations to all.
Thank you very much, Rajan sir. What is making Thames University unique? Our mission is to provide world-class education through innovative and flexible distance learning programs. We aim to empower students globally by offering access to high-quality education that fosters growth, leadership, and entrepreneurial spirit. Global mentorship and faculty. Our global mentorship program connects students with industry leaders and experts who provide valuable career advice and networking opportunities. Innovative teaching methods. With a blend of synchronous and asynchronous learning, project-based assessment, and interactive virtual classrooms to provide an engaging educational experience. Quality with flexibility. Whether you are a working professional, a stay-at-home parent, or someone looking to further their education, our flexible learning options allow you to study at your own pace and convenience. With accordance to the registration rights and permissions, we feel proud and honored to announce the launch of our two very dynamic programs, DBA, to be termed as Doctor of Business Administration. Our DBA program uniquely combines advanced study with professional experience. The structure is designed to build your knowledge and confidence in academic research at the outset, followed by dedicated support from our supervisory team during the DBA Advanced Independent Work module. The program includes coursework, thesis submission, presentation, and a Viva Voce examination. May I request Dr. Fahim, Dr. Abbas, Dr. Munira, Dr. Erwin, Mr. Prashant, Mr. Bilal, and Ms. Vaishnavi to come up on stage to launch the DBA program. Thank you. I request you all to stay on the stage for a while. Our second program to be launched is Mini MBA. Thames has the authorization from French Ministry of National Education, Higher Education, Research and Innovation. The Thames University is a private higher education establishment authorized by French Ministry of National Education, Higher Education, Research and Innovation in accordance with and in compliance with the French Education Law Code, the L Education Articles L441, A4411 and R441 to 4428. The Mini MBA, which we offer globally, is to enhance the managerial, business and entrepreneurial skills of the individual. Experts from academics and industries shall be addressing the students on the weekend lectures designed for them. With more than 400 hours of annual learning for 6 subjects and submission of project reports shall be helping the students to understand the subject practically and real-time experience. In today's rapidly changing world, staying ahead requires more than just a degree. It demands practical knowledge, strategic thinking, innovative problem solving, effective leadership. Our Mini MBA program is carefully crafted to provide from comprehensive business fundamentals, specialized skills in high demand areas, real world applications and case studies, networking opportunities with industry experts. I now request all the guests to launch our Mini MBA program. Thank you all. Now, a few of our candidates would like to express their journey. I request Mr. Emmanuel Damian to address the attendees.
Hello, good evening everyone. So, magandang gabi to all the Filipino candidates and also Sabadi Ka, Thailand. So, it's been a rough journey for me. So, I've taken 2 masters in molecular medicine and also in innovation and business. And then I took a postgraduate degree. And now, I am very thankful to the Thames International University in Paris for giving me Doctor of Science in Regulatory Affairs. So, we are experts in our own respective fields, and I hope that as we go along and as we get our doctorate degrees, I hope we can trailblaze in our respective fields. Again, congratulations everyone, and I hope you enjoy the event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request Professor Jagatman Shrestha.
Namaste. I am Professor Jagatman Shrestha from Nepal. I have been working for public health in Nepal for more than 44 years. My concern here to address the challenges of public health in Nepal and the way forward. When we say public health, it's not very old subject. Just 50 years back, the concept of public health started even in the world. And coming back to Nepal, Nepal started its public health program nearly in 1958. It was malaria. The first public health program conducted in Nepal, maybe some other South Asian countries also, it should be the malaria. When we discuss about the challenges of public health, we can divide it in 2 parts. the public health challenges before the era of 2000 and after the era of 2000. When we come across the challenges before 2000, is the most of the challenges are the childhood diseases and local endemic diseases. When we say childhood disease, diarrheal program, gastritis, pneumonia, ARIs, and where we come across the local endemic disease, especially the malaria and some other vector-borne diseases, and also the maternal mortality. Basically, these were the problem. Of course, the world problem, it was the population increase also. But after 2000, the trend has changed in Nepal. Now the infectious diseases, childhood diseases, and maternal mortality, all those are reducing very soon. That's the reason Nepal, the growth rate of the population of Nepal is being reduced now. Now after 2000, now we say it is the obesity, overweight, and some of the non-communicable diseases. Today in Nepal we are facing with the problem of basically the cardiovascular and the diabetes second. These are the issues. But more than that, what are the real challenges? And actually after COVID-19 in Nepal, it was insurgency 20. Inception of the COVID, it has drastically affected two parts, especially the socio-economic concern and the major health problems. And socio-economic problem, we say the poor becoming more poor, because during the restrictions of the mobility and during the restriction of the industry, that is why the people, they were facing the problem of earning and livelihood also. And it has up till now, those the problem of those era is being reflected up till now. And another problem is the other health problems, like most of the health infrastructure, they could not be visited, they could not be built. And similarly, we do have the problems of expert health professional, medical professional, health professional, also the education level it has affected. So these are the basic two challenges, and in the nutshell, in Nepal, further, I will go because that they are indicating the time. Further, poverty, illiteracy, lack of infrastructure, shortage of healthcare professionals, attitude toward medical professionals, security concerns of healthcare professionals, especially during the era of COVID, health insurance policies, because we do have the health insurance, national health insurance policy, but it was established in 2015, but I can say that's not running well. The government has very weak managerial as well as the monitoring problems right now. So the basic problem when we say health economics, I recall Thammasat University. When I studied my Master of Public Health in Mahidol University in 1987, there was no faculty of teaching faculty for health economics, and what we used to do once in a week, we used to come from Mahidol University to Thammasat University, and every week we used to study health economics in Thammasat. So, but today everywhere, almost all of the institutes, they starting teaching health economics. Today we call it public health economics. And the policy, the especially the government policies in adopting public health economics and public health financing. These are the basic problems now. Reflecting with these problems, we can say identification of major public health challenges is critical for effective and sustainable health delivery. Greater prioritization, funding, collaboration, cooperation are essential to achieve 2030 universal health coverage. And national efforts should initiate before these challenges are addressing to become public health emergencies. That is why there are some way forward I have developed. Maybe it is the WHO also are addressing some of the issue on this. For improved health status through public health, a way forward are: 1. Increase accessibility of the health system as well as the health services. Second, increase the applicability of the health services based on community, people and geographical area, terrain. Increase affordability of the local people and the community. Increase scientifically sound health services. Increase horizontal and vertical equity in human health system as well as in health services. Increase equality in the health services. Use mass media in making people informed about the public health services. Increase self-reliance on health services. Increase multi-sectoral collaboration in health system and adopt appropriate technology. And lastly, sound strategy of community participation. And overall, the government has to focus on public health economics and public health financing for health system and health services. Unless and until these are solved, we can do nothing, because without health financing, without the application of the principles of health economics in health sector, we can do nothing. Everything is money. We have to save money, we have to earn money, and by those saved money we can use the health system and health services more better and better. Thank you very much.